Tonight, we are honored to have our special guest who is known to everybody and need no introduction, but I want to take this privilege to introduce him to the audience tonight. Dr. Andrew Ahoto Sema has been the chairman of Livingstone Foundation International since 1989, during which the school received numerous honors, including the Jury's Choice Award as India's best school for exemplary contribution in the field of education, and the rare privilege of being ranked as the #1 school in the field of co-curricular education. Under his leadership, the school was also awarded with the Global League of Institutes certification at the House of Commons in 2019. He had been actively associated with National Children's Science Congress as a state coordinator under the Delhi Science and Technology programs for more than 10 years. He has been actively involved in socio-political reforms of Nagaland and the Northeast region for a considerable period of time. And even in my personal observation, he is a renowned philanthropist involved with numerous social services. He has been relentlessly pursuing humanitarian goals of uplifting the downtrodden sections of the society and also working towards empowerment of women, children, and senior citizens. So tonight, the V Movie Institute of Fashion Design would like to acknowledge his presence here up on the stage. Sir, kindly come to the stage and receive a token of appreciation from the Institute, and as you proceed for your speech.
Hello. Hi, check. The microphone's working, good? Hi, good evening everybody. It's very pleasant, I would say, although the heat has started after the Holi. Holi is a sign that the heat is on. And I guess it's bearable, I would say that right now. Not very humid like in the month of July and August. Now, as the summer is setting in, I know that everything is awakened. The sluggishness, okay, that feeling of lying in the bed, making yourself cozy under the blanket, now is almost over, the time to awaken. Thank you, the chairperson who had really humbled me down with so much of whatever she has said. It gives me the good recognition that she has said, but I'm humbled to be here. I'm very happy for the designer, especially Asa V Movie, who is person known to me also in many aspects. And I did agree to say yes when he called me because I love to see youngsters, especially the youths, doing very well. And I'm happy that so many of you, the August gatherings out here, the judges out here, and all those young entrepreneurs here I could see behind all over. And probably it's dark, so I could not recognize you by face one-to-one. And I was late also, in fact, because I was told come a bit late. And by the time we came, you know, the highway is transformed a lot because of the road widening. We took the wrong U-turn a bit far ahead. Then after the turn, then another 5-10 minutes we were stuck in the traffic jam. But ultimately we are here. I would like to tell the youngsters over here, those who are here, you can imagine that today's gathering out here, how did it just spark off? It's just an idea of one man who created and who had the creativity to say that design was his passion, and creativity came into his mind, and he has opened a design school. And that one man's idea has made all this happen. Now, along with him, that tagging along that has happened, who is making business also, like the entrepreneurs, I would say that. You can see the banner at the back of me. Those also done by the printing press, the sound system, the lighting system, the camera person, the media personals, the judges, and probably those who are in the rental event management. Everybody is making some kind of a business out of that one mind, that one person. So you cannot underestimate that one single mind. The small spark that has grown from one person idea has made a lot of people gather together and achieve even their goals in transforming. So when can you say that a small idea cannot do anything? It can move mountains, you know. So I would say that everybody is God's gift. Everybody has a talent. But are we awakening that? Are we trying to bring up and polish and do something in return that we help one another? We can't be selfish in ideas. If we were selfish, he would have just kept it closed under his closet and nothing would have grown, except he would have making the fashion only for himself, or maybe for his near and dear ones alone. It wouldn't have progressed, or it wouldn't have propagated, or it would have rippled down the effect that far. But because of his creativity, he wanted to give something in return. I think he has made, probably today is the college, which is the first time that he has graduated those students in his art and fashion design, cutting, tailoring and all that. I think he is going to make a lot of leaders, besides he being a leader. A good leader is something, I would say, that not making followers, but in return making more leaders, so that they have the mastery and the world becomes better. I think that's what he is into making. And his fashion show, the designing concept, is something good. Nagas are known for our very fantastic taste, I would say that. When you look at the Northeast, when it looks at fashion, singing or whatever, creativity, I think it just boils down to one state, and that is Northeast. Not being biased about it, but that's what it is. Because I could see the taste across when we travel, you know. I've traveled length and breadth of India and also abroad. But when it comes down to Nagaland, we have such colorful dresses, imaginative thoughts. And every child is not only education, that bookish knowledge that we're talking about, out of the box that we're mentioning. We are very creative in that way, you know. But are we doing justice? That is what is very important. Many a times we are laid back, we are lazy, you know. So that laziness has to come out from us. And we get tired of things very fast also. Sometimes we start a business, consistency is not there. Okay? We open a new shop, 1-2 months we are excited. After a few months we feel that okay, forget it. And we leave it up to somebody to take care of the business. And what happens then? It's just a downfall. If we are interested in something, we need to be there all the time, preferably 24/7. The more we stay, the more we nurture, then the more we grow. It is like planting a seed in the ground. You need to always look into, prune it, probably manure it, even water it. And the better you take care, the better it's going to grow. Some will harvest fast, some will harvest later. But those who are harvesting fast, not be proud. And those who are harvesting later, because they have sown the seed later, need not get dejected, because your time will also come. So I would like to tell the youth that there is scope in everybody. Everybody has got a scope. It's just that you need to dig out, you need to find out. And I would say that rating in education, I have been saying this again and again. When we look at the rating of education, I would say it's quite redundant. We look into grades, we look into marks and define a person. We always say like, okay, how much percentage have you got? How much grade have you got? And that defines you, an individual. When you pass out from a 10 or 12 or graduate or postgraduate or PhD, whatever. We look at the marks more particularly, very microscopically, I would say, under the aspect. Likewise, in DU, what is the pass percentage? What is your intake? The first cutout list is 100%. If you have 100 upon 100 in all the subject, you will be taken in with a blink of an eye. If you're not, the second category you have to wait, the second cutout list. But I would say that through my experience in life till now, I have seen that not discriminating the first ranks, the toppers, but the backbenchers also have done equally good. In fact, much more better sometimes than those who have been topping. So one need not get dejected, need not have that kind of a inferior feeling on yourself. Life has got so much to give. It's just that you need to harness, you need to find out, like V. Move, Ase, what he has done. The small idea of tailoring, cutting, designing, pasting, whatever, it has transformed everybody. And we are here to see his show. And you see the vibrant color, the design that we see. I think it's a world apart, It's second to none. And it's the state of the art. So, where are we? I would say that God is so kind that He has given everybody something in us. Are we sowing that seed to sprout from our rain to come out? You know that when the rain falls from top, the rain falls on the just and also the unjust. God is not that cruel, He will not say that, let the rain fall on you and the good people and not on the bad. It falls equally. But are we tapping that? So we need to know that we have that inborn talent, especially in the Northeast. We Northeast people, especially Nagas, I would say that, don't get offended by others by saying that, but I would just say that your creativity is very good, unique. And the goodness that you have in the heart is fantastic. But there's a little twist. Every goodness also has got badness. We are a bit selfish sometimes, many of us, and narrow-minded. That should be cut off, Then we'll have a good life. I'm happy that I've come, my office bearers, they're right in front, the youth, and also the secretaries have come along with me. I'm happy that we're here together to represent our party, NPP. And I would say that many people look in the political party as something negative. No political party is bad. I would say that. No one is bad. It's just that individual person who is leading that and taking that forward. Are you having a good thought to propagate and to lead the people of tomorrow, the youngsters? Are you doing good for them? That is the most important thing we have to look into. You may have the best party, but are we having a good people? Or having the worst party, are we having a good people or not? So I will say that we need to look at the people right now. We need to endorse the good people to come up if you want to see Nagaland transform or reform. It's high time the youth, during our time the youths were quite different. We were quite blunt. We were not as sharp as you actually, I would say that. The youngsters of today, you're very sharp. And you know many good things. I think your creativity is doubling up and to a better extent. So I would say that the youngsters, do not lose hope. You have a very bright future, but only thing, be honest, be good-hearted, be a person with integrity, be a person that do not backstab people, have always a good conscience for the people, because you do good and good will surely come back to you. I believe in that, and I know that all of us believe in that. And we being in the Christian state, I think we need to be more better off than any people. We need to be more kind-hearted, and we need to be one of the best in whatever that we do. Whatever we do for the people as well as for ourselves. So that's what I would like to say, that I give my greetings to all of you, and I hope that today as you leave, do not feel inferior of yourself. You should feel confident of yourself that in whatever you do, you can do it. Education is important, but besides that, whatever your inborn talent inside you have, the skill, try to garner that, try to nurture that, so that it will bloom one day like a movie, and then you'll be standing on the stage performing in front of thousands of people, and you'll be number one. And always have faith in yourself. Nothing is impossible, I'll tell you that. And I wish that one day Nagaland will be one of the best states and will lead by examples. We walk the talk, not by words alone. So I hope that one day our Nagaland gets transformed through all of you together, collectively. It's a collective effort. It's not one man show, but obviously leaders matters. And good leaders comes, transformation comes, reformation comes. There'll be a lot of ideas that will reform and change. So I hope you be the one to start sowing the goodness in everywhere. And I give my blessing to all the youth over here, and especially those who are at the backstage, the models. It is quite unique, when you go to a fashion show, it's about fashion. It's about displaying your talent, how you do the catwalk and so on. Or you're going for the Miss Nagaland or Dimapur or Miss World or Famine or whatever, right? But today we hear different concept. The students are graduating and they're going to show their talent, the beautiful talent that they have learned from that school of design, and they're going to showcase, which is wonderful. So I hope you enjoy, and I hope that our creativity starts multiplying. And the goodness, let us not be selfish, let us give to the world what we have. Thank you very much. Have a pleasant day and hope you enjoy the evening. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Sir Andrew, for the very, very valuable and inspiring speech. And because the gifts presented to our special guest tonight, just now, has a truly significant value, I would like to share this significance with all of you. Lusa in Bola dialect of the Chakisang Naga tribe is extracted from stinging needle bark through a tedious process and transformed into clothes like shawls and mekhla before our forefathers came in contact with the outside world. This age-old traditional artistry is unfortunately vanishing today owing to long and difficult process involved. It takes about a year to weave a shawl from the extraction process to the finished shawl as this. Extraction process happens when the needle plant is harvested and left to dry for 4 to 5 days so that the thorny, stinging bark can be stripped from the stalk. The long needle stripes are then split into narrow silvers before boiling in water, along with ashes to break down the fiber into making it very flexible. The fiber is then bounded on a stone surface with wooden clubs until it is softened and easily separable. The fine needle strands are then twisted and reeled into hanks. After this treatment, the thread is bleached, padded in rich starch, dried in the sun, and then rolled into a ball. The refined fiber is finally ready to be used for weaving beautiful clothes. And this is why we have presented this very, very valuable gift to a very valuable Naga personality, Sir Andrew Ahoto.